In our last episode, we said goodbye to something that had carried us through a big chapter of our lives. Dale handed over the keys to his Tacoma, trusting it and a piece of our story to friends who had quickly become family. Tony and Lisa, sailors like us, lived at the end of our dock at Brunswick Landing Marina aboard Best Life. From the moment we met them, there was an ease, one of those rare, genuine connections you don't have to explain. Saying goodbye to the truck was emotional, but saying goodbye to friends like that, that's the part that stays with you. What we didn't know then was just how far their kindness would go. Within days, Tony had the Tacoma detailed, handled the showings, took care of the paperwork, and sold it for more than we expected. The best part? This wasn't goodbye forever to these sweet friends. We'll meet again where the water turns blue, the pace slows down, and good people always seem to find each other. See you in the Bahamas, Tony and Lisa. Welcome to another episode. Married 39 years, retired, 3 children, 7 grandchildren, and a perfectly good life on land. We're trading our comfortable routine for an adventure while we're still young enough to climb a mast and old enough to know better. This is your Captain Tiny. And I'm your first mate, Bubbles. And this is our saga aboard Tiny Bubbles. Follow the journey with all its triumphs, laughs, and challenging moments. And be inspired to dream about your adventure. It is December 2nd. We are 12 days behind where we thought we would be leaving this marina, Morningstar Marina, in St. Simons, Georgia. But it's all right. It's all good. We have repairs made that are necessary. The prop is finished. We had the fuel cleaned. And today we've filled up both tanks with diesel, and we'll do some departure checklist things this evening, which just means checking the engines and securing the dinghy and pulling up the swim ladder and bringing in anything that could be flying around up front. Tomorrow is just going to be us leaving this spot, going out to anchor. We're going to do that at slack tide, which is going to be about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we'll make our way out, anchor up, and sleep for the night, so that we can get up at, I think we're getting up at 7 in the morning to take a short trip to Cumberland Island. And though it's short miles wise, I think it's going to take us 6 to 8 hours. Is that right? 6 hours?
Yeah, 6 hours.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. In my opinion, tomorrow, December 3rd, 2025, begins the start of our first full season aboard Tiny Bubbles. And that's pretty cool. Okay, we are a couple hours away from pushing off this dock and leaving Morningstar Marina to go out there and anchor for the night before we take off for Cumberland Island. We chose today to leave the dock because we knew it was going to be a calm, beautiful day, and as you can see, the water behind me, it's flat and beautiful. Now we just have to wait for slack tide, which is going to happen about 1:30. And so I have visualized a plan for how to get off the dock, thanks to some encouragement and running it by Tony, a friend who's helped me in the past. And so we have a vision for how we're going to move the boat. The way we're anchored in here, there's a building in front of us that makes it difficult to take the bow and turn it around to get out where we need to go down that channel right there. So what seems better to us is I'm standing here on the stern of the boat. We're going to untie and just let the stern go out that direction, and we're going to back up, and then we're going to pull forward and make our way out of the marina and anchor out. So the whole thing should take, I don't know, less than an hour to do. And it should be a very calm night. So we are in a place that has quite a current. So the current will swing us around once we get out there, but we shouldn't be fighting any wind. And I'm looking forward to being off a dock and anchored out. And then tomorrow morning, we will start moving on. And Dale's been out washing the boat and making some preparations, and all is good.
Can you help me a minute?
Sure. What do you need?
Center the boom real quick.
Okay. You need me up at the helm station then?
Yes, please.
Okay. Getting ready to take off during disco hour can't be a bad thing, can it? Okay, here I go. Okay, Lord Jesus, help me. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna settle just a minute. Okay, now I'm pivoting if I can. Okay, do you have anchor stuff ready the way you want it? Okay, I'm gonna nudge a little bit closer, and then I'm gonna turn into the wind and stop the momentum and have you drop the anchor. We're alive. We made it. Good morning. Captain's log, December 4th at 8:53 a.m. We are getting ready to pull anchor here in St. Simons Island, Georgia, and go about 40 miles south to Cumberland Island. This is a good day. And the reason it's a good day is because it marks the beginning of a first full season, not at a marina, planning our way, island hopping, doing overnights if we feel like it, destination Bahamas, then destination Florida Keys, and from there we're going back to the Bahamas. And so we get to be on the move, and that feels pretty great. We've scurried around the boat, gotten everything ready to go, and I think we're moments away from pulling anchor and starting on our way. And my only worry is this boat that decided to be uber close in the middle of the night. We got to pull anchor and not drift into him. So, but we can do it. I hope. And there's the man with the plan.
you see your route?
I have seen the route, yes.
Okay.
I'm inspecting it now.
Okay.
Anything you saw that I need to look out for or that we need to look out for?
Down there by when we enter St. Mary's Inlet, the route for some reason pushes us places that we shouldn't go, and I can't get it to go the other way. So when we get down there, you'll see the channel is well marked. For some reason, it's got us outside the channel,
Okay.
but it's we got 6 hours to work.
Is
about
the
it.
route here?
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, out to this exit point and clear down to that point right there. Right there, those 2 points somehow are
Okay.
way out, and I don't know. I can't get them to come in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go look at the bilges real quick. You can turn off your anchor alarm,
Okay, I'll do that.
and yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
And I'm up on my headset.
Okay, I'll put mine on. It was a beautiful day out on the water. However, there wasn't any wind, so we motored the entire way. But it was good to be moving and going to a new place. Did you decide it was cold?
Yes.
So we've made it to Cumberland Island. We're getting ready to have some hamburgers and French fries and a beer. I had a lovely warm shower because when we're underway, the engines generate what we call free hot water. So that's cool. Here is where we are. That is Cumberland Island. This right here is an uninhabited island. There's not actually that many boats anchored out here. Looks like 3 monohulls and 3 catamarans, including us. There are some buildings and structures over there, some ruins of some fancy mansions, wild horses. There's a ferry that drives people from St. Mary's to the island to explore. It's fairly large island. We're going to be here for the next 2 days and hope to get off and walk around. However, it is chilly and it's supposed to be rainy. So, but by golly, we're going to go explore anyway. Because when we leave here on Sunday, I think that's the plan, weather permitting, we are going from here to St. Augustine. And once we get to St. Augustine, we're going to meet up with some Blue Water Cruising friends. So we might cross together, wait for a weather window. It actually will be peace of mind to plan that with someone else. We are getting ready to dinghy in to the island, have a little hike and a look around. We have to pay a fee. Got nothing. Got squat.
Find out.
Katakuru. To Katakuru. Scan the QR code. Scan the QR code and you can pay online. Oh, well then we're free.
I think so.
me see that.
America the beautiful.
America the beautiful.
Yeah.
We're
I
free
think we're good.
because we're America and we're beautiful. There, we just got our money's worth. Fire danger is moderate. Welcome to Cumberland Island National Seashore.
Awesome. Well done.
Yeah, they do. So, armadillo. Never seen one alive. Only seen them squashed on the road. What you looking for, buddy?
No.
This is Dungeness, a 59-room mansion built in the 1880s on Cumberland Island by the Carnegie family. A fire in 1959 reduced it to ruins. Yeah, we can't get any closer. I guess I understand why. Preserve what's left and keep people from getting hurt, but I wanted to walk up those stairs.
This is interesting though, this stuff. The wall is all made out of this. And this is that same stuff that they made that fort out of in
St. Augustine?
St. Augustine.
Mm-hmm.
And how it absorbs, cannonballs. I think
Yeah.
that's kinda cool.
This is cool. It's not the poop deck. It's a boardwalk. Get it right. Oh, the little poopies. Oh, some right in the middle. We found it. At long last.
It's the Indian Ocean. Oh wait.
Good old Atlantic Ocean.
Kids. Mom and Dad used to take us over to Mozambique. Land Rover. We stayed at a town called Quilomane, and the beach north of Quilomane we could go up on, and it was sort of like this. It was, about like that. Except there was nobody on it, and it was white, sandy. And Mom would stay in the Land Rover and drive the Land Rover on the beach, and Dad and three of us would body surf, and the waves would just push us down the wave, but we didn't fight it because Mom would stay on the beach.
Cool.
And it was great.
It's a fun memory.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, there are people down there, and I think there's
That's a horse.
a horse.
That's
Two
a horse.
horses.
3 horses.
The horses on the beach. I thought it was cute until the horses started walking right towards me. Oh wait, maybe they're veering off. That's a big horse. Little guy in the back. Looks like there's no place the horses don't go. I'm always dodging a pile. We smart and brought our little Helinox chairs. Okay, putting on the foul weather gear.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a cold, wet dinghy ride back.
I don't think it's that bad, but better safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry, says he with the raindrops on his glasses.
Yeah.
First time to wear the new duds.
They look good. Mini pearl and everything.
Yeah,
Check that out,
I haven't
folks.
taken my tag off yet. And I'm not gonna rip it off. As much as we love life on the water, places like Cumberland Island and the wildlife we see there remind us why the land will always matter. Everything all right?
Oh. No. There's not much you can do about it. So, you know, the bridle is designed to be hooked onto the top, pulled that way.
Yeah.
But when you're in this conditions we have, with winds going this direction and tide going that direction, the boat doesn't know what to do, and so sometimes, like right now, the anchor is back there behind us, and it should be in front of us, and so the whole thing is getting pulled underneath, so the bowsprit connections are stretched, so the thing I originally was trying to get away from was all that pressure being put on those bowsprit lines. I think I'm going to go and loosen I guess that would be the spinnaker halyard. Let the bowsprit drop a little further and get some pressure on it.
But what if that snaps it?
The bowsprit?
Yeah, if it starts pulling down on it too much.
Well, I just looked at it, and it's designed. It's got a pivot. It'll fall all the way up and down. There are a couple of lines out there to prevent it from doing that, but I think I'm going to undo those.
Oof. Why don't you look that up or ask the question first?
Well, it's not. It won't.
I mean, it has a...
The bowsprit's still connected at the bottom and at the very top. I'm just going to let it down further so that it has room so that the...
But then if the anchor pulls it further, you're going to snap that thing right off.
Where it's connected to the bowsprit or to the dolphin striker.
Yeah.
It's just a pivot.
Okay, so it's not putting pressure on the bowsprit.
Not really. The problem is it's putting pressure on the wires that are coming up, and what I'm concerned about is the connections down here having too much connection, too much pressure on them. It's like, this is a perfect example of saying, well, the wind is stronger than the tide, and the tide is moving at 1.5 knots, and the wind is still stronger than that. And we've got bare poles.
But it's only going to be this way for another couple hours, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least ask ChatGPT or, I don't know. We have a little storm. It's very, very dark. We're at anchor, so it's all fine. But the Christmas lights are beginning to rock and roll a little bit. The wind's blowing a bit. But we're fine.
Security. All stations.
What is that noise? Sounds like the stanchion line giving and rattling.
We're at a very rolly anchorage. It's been rolly for a few days, so we're acclimated. But tonight is going to be a rockabye baby night.
So we are on day number 2 of total clouds and all day long rain. Wind's not bad. It's not choppy or rolly out here. It's just cloudy and rainy. And the bad news is we can't make solar power when that happens. So what are you doing there?
So if you look at this, focus on that right there. You see the little green lower left? That's the generation coming off the integrals. So we're generating up for about 4,000 watts of power.
Wait, back up. Since we can't have solar, what did you do?
Started the engines, both of them, and let them warm up. And then I turned on the integrals so that they could have a chance to warm up a little bit. And now engines are about 160. And I turned on the actual generators themselves. So the whole system came up, powered on, and got everything, all the bugs squared away, did all its pre-checks. Everything was good. We turned on the generators themselves, and now both motors, if you can focus up here, both motors, this one's a starboard, it's generating about 2 kW, and the port one is about 2 kW. So we've got 4,000 watts of power being produced by the engines.
Per hour?
Per hour. Well, yeah, just that's the flow. So
Okay.
if you think about when you turn something on, it says 1,500 watts is going out.
Okay.
This is 4,200 watts an hour, or watts is going in. And so the system we have set up, actually Dave has set up, is that as soon as we added power here, and that green is coming from the generators, the integrals, then the 12 volt battery bank, it turned its charger on automatically, so it's starting up now. So we got 41 and 51. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump the speed of the motors up. It's right now about 800 RPM. I'm going to bump them up to around 1200 RPM, and that will take the 2K up to about 4K per motor, and we'll be generating power, and we'll run the generators for about an hour and a half or so.
You don't want our power to drop below to a certain amount, right? You need to keep them charged enough.
Yes. So on the 12 volt battery bank, it is set up to come on automatically at 25% based on how much power is in the 48 volt battery bank. And we were at 25.3%. So I said, okay, that's enough of that. Let's turn that back on.
Yeah.
And the 48 volt was down about 40%. So we knew we couldn't get through the day without having power generated. So it's the middle of the day, probably just as well to do it now. And we'll just leave the motors on for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that'll take us up to 75%, and probably 70, maybe 60% on the 12 volt and 75% on the 48 volt, and then that'll get us through the rest of the day. So we'll have to do this again tomorrow for about the same amount of time.
Because the forecast is the same.
Is pretty much the same. No solar. I think our solar is generating like 120 amps or something. Let's see, 120 volts or watts, excuse me. Solar is generating 63 watts right now. So people's question is as well, a diesel generator is more efficient than these for just generating power. And yes, that's a true statement. Most of the time though, our solar is enough to keep us without having to use generation. So we are in a very unique situation here. Like last year when we were in, the whole time we were like stuck at Little Inagua, we had more than enough solar power to do, and we were running the air conditioners and everything, so it was not like we had to start the engines and run the engines. If there's good solar, because we're so far north here, the solar index is pretty low. You know, once we get into the Bahamas, we won't probably have to do this again.
And if we're moving every couple days,
Right.
the engine's already generating
Yeah.
power, topping off the
Right.
power.
So
We don't have to separately turn on the
Right.
engines to do so.
So when we go, and so we're not gonna bring it up to 100%, because the day that we go to go down to St. Augustine,
Mhm.
it'll go up to 100%,
Right.
and you know it'll be that way. So
If we're running the
Yeah.
engines, which we will getting out of here.
getting out of here,
We're not going to sail
no.
for probably 2 hours at least.
Yeah, and that'll bring it all the way up to the top. So
Yeah.
you know, right now it's what we have to do to generate power. So you know, and at idle. So these engines are running at idle, but I need to probably bring both motors up to, you know, I should run them up higher, like into the 2,500 to 3,000 foot range, or 3,000 RPM range for a little while, just to let them run, you know, kind of idea.
Okay.
Do you know how to make the engines go faster without having the gear engaged?
No, I do
Right.
not.
Why don't you come, I'll show you. Right here it says pull. Okay, so if you pull it out, you can don't engage the transmission, you just make the engine go faster.
Oh, did not know that.
Okay?
And you're going to do that on both of them.
Yeah.
Tune in next time when we get up bright and early to make our way to St. Augustine. Thanks so much for watching. If you've been watching and enjoying our videos but haven't yet subscribed, would you please hit the subscribe button? My goal in 2026 is to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'd also love it if you'd leave a comment, if you'd like, and if you'd share. See you next time.